Many gardeners have given up after just one season. The reason? Clay soil, they say, with the face of someone who has just lost a battle. It's hard as concrete in the summer and sticky as mud in the winter. You can't grow anything decent in it. Sound familiar? We've been taught that clay soil is a curse, that it's a death sentence for every gardening dream. But here's an interesting truth that few people ever tell you. The greatest agricultural civilizations in the world were all built on clay soil. Have you ever wondered why? Because clay soil is not a curse, it's a treasure, but only for those who know what to plant. Today, Garden Clarity is going to show you 5 plants that call clay soil home, and they will turn your seemingly impossible patch of land into a thriving oasis. Stick around until the end, because the plant at number 2 will make you shout, "Why didn't I plant this sooner?" Number 5. Swiss chard, the queen of fertility. Let's start with a plant so beautiful you'll want to grow it in your flower garden, not your vegetable patch. Swiss chard doesn't just have stems in ruby red, bright yellow, or neon pink. It's also one of the most clay-addicted vegetables I've ever known. While other vegetables struggle to push their roots through heavy soil, Swiss chard sees it as an exciting challenge. Its robust root system can weave through the tiniest cracks in clay, finding water and nutrients where other plants give up. And the reward for that persistence is a bounty of large, thick, succulent leaves with a sweet taste and a faint hint of ocean minerals. Just sow the seeds in early spring, water consistently, and wait. By midsummer, you'll have leaves the size of your hand, ready to stir-fry with garlic or pickle with apple cider vinegar. But if Swiss chard is a great start, the next plant is the real soil-improving machine. Number 4. Comfrey, the biological drill. This is the golden detail I mentioned earlier. If you could only plant one thing to conquer clay soil, it would have to be comfrey. That might sound like an exaggeration, but let me explain. Comfrey possesses a taproot system that can plunge up to 10 feet deep into the earth. For compacted clay, this root system works like a biological drill. It doesn't need you to dig, doesn't need you to sweat. It just silently drives down, breaking up the compaction, creating pathways for water and air to enter. And when you cut its leaves to use as mulch around other plants, you're releasing a massive amount of potassium and nitrogen that the roots have pulled up from deep underground. This is a living, free, fully automatic fertilizer factory, and it particularly loves clay. But don't let its slightly wild appearance fool you. If you want something just as beautiful as it is fragrant, and just as addicted to clay, wait until you see the next plant. Number 3. Bee balm, the garden magnet. I want you to imagine a summer afternoon. You're sitting on your porch, and your garden is shimmering in the sunlight. Dozens of bees are buzzing around vivid scarlet flowers. Butterflies are dancing from branch to branch, and all of this is happening on the very clay soil you once considered abandoning. Bee balm is a native North American plant, and it has a strange love for moist clay. While most other plants get root rot because clay holds water too long, bee balm drinks that water up happily and repays you with the most brilliant blooms. It attracts beneficial pollinators, turns your garden into a living ecosystem, and is so beautiful your neighbors will be jealous. But if you're a practical person and you want something you can actually eat from clay, then number 2 is going to be a huge surprise for you. Number 2. Asparagus, the gift of patience. We've arrived at number 2, and I promised it would make you shout. Did you know that asparagus, that expensive vegetable you keep buying at the grocery store, is actually a darling of clay soil? That's right. The biggest, sweetest, juiciest asparagus I've ever seen were all grown in thick, heavy clay. The only problem clay soil causes for asparagus is that poor drainage can rot its crowns. But the solution is incredibly simple. Don't plant it in a hole, plant it in a raised bed. Just raise the bed 6 to 8 inches, mix in a bit of compost, and you'll have an asparagus system that keeps harvesting for the next 15 to 20 years. 15 years of free food from the very soil you once cursed. Sounds like a pretty good investment, doesn't it? And now, let's move to the final spot. A plant that not only survives in clay, but turns it into a work of art. Number 1. Perennial hydrangea, the storyteller of the soil. Number 1. I want you to look at this image. This is a perennial hydrangea bush, blooming gloriously on a thick bed of clay. Do you see those enormous flower clusters? They start creamy white in early summer, then gradually shift to blush pink, and finally turn deep burgundy red as autumn arrives. A color show that lasts for months on end. But here's the real magic. Hydrangeas are one of the very few plants that can tell the story of your soil. Depending on the pH, the flower color will change. And clay, with its incredible ability to hold minerals, is the perfect canvas for that story. It holds on to everything the plant needs, instead of letting it wash away like in sandy soil. Growing it is surprisingly easy. Choose a spot with morning sun and afternoon shade, dig a hole twice as wide as the root ball, and water regularly for the first year. After that, it will take care of itself. And year after year, it will repay you with a natural fireworks display, right on the very soil you once thought was worthless. Next time you walk out into your garden after a night rain, try looking at your clay soil in a different way. Don't see it as an enemy to be conquered. See it as a canvas waiting to be painted. On that canvas, droplets of water still cling to the leaves of Swiss chard, glittering like glass. A young asparagus spear has just pushed through the earth, beneath the canopy of a hydrangea shifting its colors. All of these things can happen without you having to wrestle with a hoe or wish for perfect soil. All you need to do is choose the right companions. And then the soil, in its own way, will take care of the rest. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.